Gaius Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon and never turned back. In the 2020s, he leads growth by spreadsheets. Can numbers win without breaking the army? Caesar opened the OKR spreadsheet, and targets spread like a quiet invasion. Quarter planning week in a glass boardroom above a loud street. Monday morning, laptops glowing, OKR tabs stacked across every screen. The OKR spreadsheet is already open when Caesar walks in, and the rows look like marching orders that keep multiplying. Maya, the team lead, smiles in a steady way and says, "We need 30% growth this quarter, so please claim an objective." Around the table, people speak fast because silence feels risky when the grid is watching. Jordan says, "I can take 2 objectives, like pain is proof of loyalty." Another person adds, "I can cover weekends, like weekends are spare change." Caesar studies the sheet like a battle map and asks in a calm voice, "What do we win if we hit these numbers?" No one answers because the question does not fit inside a cell. That question follows Caesar all week, and it ends with a quiet exile. The office is clean and bright, but people move as if they are already late. A red dashboard glows on the wall, and the red parts look like alarms everyone trained themselves to ignore. Maya says, "OKRs bring clarity," but her voice sounds like she's repeating a rule, not sharing a belief. Caesar wears a badge that reads Expansion Lead, and the title feels strange here, because this empire is built from meetings and metrics. He notices something missing from every slide, because nobody writes down sleep, rent, or dinner with family, even though those are the things people whisper about in hallways. The planning continues, and the sheet gets heavier with every new must. Teams do not argue about whether the goals are real, they only argue about who will carry them without complaining. Jordan offers extra bandwidth, like a gift, and Caesar watches faces flash proud for 1 second, then turn tired again. He wonders what the company is conquering, because the plan grows larger while the people look smaller. Something feels off, and everyone calls it normal. Maya points at a column called commitment, and the room starts trading time like time is free. Someone says, "I can take a second project," and the others nod because nodding is safer than saying, "This will break me." Caesar keeps his voice gentle and asks, "Why do we call it commitment if it breaks the committed?" Maya answers softly, "It's just 1 quarter," as if a quarter cannot become a habit and then become a life. The OKR sheet rewards promises more than results, and Caesar sees the trick clearly. A promise looks heroic on paper, but the cost stays invisible because paper cannot feel pain. Caesar realizes the enemy is not a person. It is a system that cannot suffer. Later, Caesar walks past desks and hears small truths in small voices. One person says, "My rent went up again," and another says, "Groceries cost more every week," and they laugh like laughter can make it lighter. A budgeting app flashes on a phone, then disappears the moment someone looks up. Like money stress is shameful, but KPI stress is professional. Caesar understands why people agree too fast, because when life is expensive, no feels dangerous. The cost is real. The targets got louder, and the people got quieter. On Tuesday, the spreadsheet returns with 2 new tabs, like it grew overnight. Maya says, "Good news, leadership added 2 more objectives," and her smile looks practiced like a mask in a storm. Jordan whispers, "We just need to show effort," and Caesar hears the hidden rule. Effort is proof, even when nothing changes. Caesar says, calm and clear, "This is not a plan, this is a siege." And nobody laughs because it sounds too accurate. He walks to the whiteboard and draws a simple line with 2 words, victory and collapse. He says, "A good conquest brings people home," and the room shifts because home is a word nobody puts on a dashboard. Then he asks, "Which objective keeps the team alive?" No one answers because the sheet does not have that row. Scale at all costs. A door opens, and the CEO, Grant, arrives late with a calm face and a warm voice like a therapist holding a chart. He says, "I hear the team's concerns, and I want you to feel supported. And the words sound soft and perfect. Then he points at the growth chart and adds, we must hit these numbers because the market is watching. And the softness turns into a leash. Numbers raise voices. Nobody raised a voice, but the numbers did. Caesar asks, is the market paying the rent for your team? Even Maya stops clicking for one beat. Grant's calm voice tightens, and he says, people are resilient, like resilience is a switch you can flip. Caesar answers, resilience is not endless, and he taps collapse with the marker, slow and clear. Jordan tries to help and says, we can push for a few weeks, but it sounds like a loan with high interest. Grant snaps, stop making this emotional. And Caesar replies, you made it human, without raising his voice. The room feels still because everyone is doing the math in their head, and the math is not kind. Burnout is the bill. Caesar crosses out 3 objectives with one clean line each, like cutting extra ropes off a sinking boat. He says, 1 objective per team, 1 owner, 1 finish line. And the air feels lighter like a window opened. Maya exhales like she forgot she was holding her breath, while Jordan looks scared because fewer goals means fewer places to hide. Grant says, you can't cut growth, and Caesar answers, you already cut people, and he points at tired faces, not the chart. Caesar taps the whiteboard and says, burnout is the bill, and you always pay it later. Then he adds the line that ends the theater. You can't buy groceries with applause. No one argues, because the sentence is too real. The next morning, Caesar notices his name missing from the OKR thread, like the system solved the problem by deleting the question. A short message arrives from Maya. You're being moved to special projects, and the phrase sounds important and empty at the same time. Caesar nods because he has seen exile before, just with nicer words and cleaner fonts. He walks past the red dashboard and speaks softly like a final rule anyone can remember. If your growth needs broken people, it is not growth, it is hunger. Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon. Today, he crossed a red OKR battlefield. Bring legendary minds into modern corporate life to expose absurdity with calm wisdom.